Hello, welcome back to UGC-NET exam prep. In this lecture, we are going to look at the brand equity models. These are very important from our exam point of purpose. So, first of all, what is the meaning of brand equity models? Brand equity models are tools, or these are the frameworks that helps the businesses to understand how valuable, how important their brand is, how valuable a certain brand is. These models look at factors that influence how consumers feel and how they are going to think about a brand, and how the brand is going to affect the company's overall success. Now, there are certain key elements which are analyzed in brand equity models. First, over here is brand awareness. Now, how well people recognize or how they are able to recall the brand, that is brand awareness. Next, we have perceived quality, how consumers actually judge the quality of the brand's products or the services, whether the quality of the products which is being offered by the brand is good or not. That is looked by the perceived quality. Next, we have brand loyalty, how committed the consumers are towards the brand and how likely they are able to repurchase the products from the same brand. Next, we have brand associations, the thoughts, the feelings and images through which consumers link with the brand. There could be emotional connection of the consumers towards the brand, or there could be logical connection that is based upon the brand's thought processes or the brand marketing techniques. Now, why are these brand equity models important? Because they helps the businesses to compare the brand perceptions. This is to understand how consumers view their brand in comparison with the other competitors which are there in the marketplace. A brand must be having their unique logo, their own logo or slogan or motto. Now, how one brand is differing itself from the other brands, that is the comparison over here, comparing the brand perceptions. Next is linking the branding to the business results. This is to see how brand is actually going to affect the sales of the organization, how well the company is selling the products in a certain particular year. Next, we have customer loyalty, how loyal the customers are towards a brand, how many times the consumers are purchasing the product from the same brand. Then we have profitability. The consumers are purchasing the products from the same brand and increasing the profits of the organization or not. Next, importance of brand equity models is making strategy branding decisions. This is to use a model to identify various strengths and weaknesses of the products. Now, if there are certain strengths of the organization and there are weaknesses, then weaknesses need to be converted into the strength for the betterment of the brand and the organization. Next is to improve the customer experiences. Customers, if they are purchasing the products from a certain brand and if they are satisfied by the quality of that brand, then that is going to increase the customer experiences. Positive experiences increases the sales and growth of the business organization. Next is to build long term brand value for a longer period of time. So we can say that a strong brand is equal to more loyal customers plus better reputation, better goodwill of the organization, plus higher profits and sales of the organization. So brand equity models guide the brand building and ensure that the brand stays relevant and competitive in the market space. It creates emotional connection in between the brand and the consumers, and it even delivers value to the consumers and for the business organization. Right, all are these importance of studying all the four important models of business equity. We are going to cover these one by one. First, over here is Aaker model. So this model was given by David Aaker. in the year 1991. The brand equity model explains how brand create value for both the customers as well as for the business organization. It defines brand equity as a set of the various assets as well as the liabilities that is linked to a brand, that adds to or subtracts from the value of the product or services. Now, what is the purpose of this Aker model? It helps the companies to increase the value of the product and services. It shifts the marketing focus from tactical measures meaning earlier on there was the focus on sales only. The sellers used to just sell out the product to the consumers. There was no involvement of the consumer satisfaction over here. So there was a marketing shift from that tactical measures to the strategic measures like brand equity. Now the consumers are the king of the market space. Every product has to be customized according to the needs and preferences of the customers. So there is a gradual shift from the tactical measures towards the strategic measures. Now there are five of the main components of this Aker brand equity model. Okay, so first component over here is brand loyalty, how consumers are actually attached to a particular brand for repurchasing the same product from the same brand. That is brand loyalty, as we all know. Now, why this is important? Because it gives steady return for the organization. If consumers are going to purchase the same product again and again from the same organization, then what will happen in the longer period of time? There will be more sales of the organization, or we can say consistent sales of the organization, that will not fall down if there are loyal customers, and that will be helpful in the long growth of the organization, for long term sustainability of the organization. Next is that it reduces the marketing cost. Now, how this marketing cost has been reduced? If there are loyal customers towards a certain product, then the customers become the promoters of the brand itself. They promote the products to the other brand, that I have received certain product from that particular brand and I was very much satisfied and happy after receiving the product or services. So you can go and fetch that product and ensure that you are even happy after getting that product. So all this reduces the marketing cost, it reduces the advertisement expenses, extra expenses. Next is that it brings in new customers through word of mouth communication. Loyal customers even ignore the competitors' discount. If the competitors are offering the products at a much lower price than the former brands, even in that cases, the consumers are going to stick towards the former brand only, because they are loyal towards that particular brand. An example of this would be of Apple. The Apple users buy the new iPhones despite of the higher prices of the products. Even if Apple company is charging premium prices of the products, in spite of that, the iPhone users stick to purchasing the iPhones only. Next, we have brand awareness. Now, how consumers recognize or how they are able to recall the brand, right? How the consumers are able to identify a yes, how the consumers are able to identify or recall a brand. Now, why is this important? Because high brand awareness can drive the customer decisions, especially when they are choosing between similar sort of products or similar sort of services. It also influences customer perception and trust of the customers towards the brand. For example, Coca-Cola is being recognized globally, which makes it one of the most powerful brand in terms of awareness. Even at the international levels, Coca-Cola is being recognized as a sovereign by all the people of the other countries even. Next we have perceived quality. Now what is this perceived quality? This is consumers opinion of how good the brand products or services are. What the consumers think regarding a product, whether good quality of the products is being offered to the customers or not. Now why is this important? Because it helps in premium pricing. If the quality of the product is top notch, if the consumers think that they it is worth paying the products to the customers are willing to pay the products for that particular product even at higher prices, then it is beneficial for the organization. Next is that it builds preference and loyalty of the consumers towards that particular brand if great quality of the products is being offered. For example, Toyota is being perceived as a brand that provides a very high quality, durable quality of products to the customers that will go on for a longer period of time, and there are reliable designer cars which strengthen its brand equity and goodwill of the brand. Next we have brand association. Now brand association refer to the mental connections consumers make with that brand. It can be emotional or logical sort of connection. This can include the brand's image, the personality of the brand which it holds in the minds of the customers, the memories, like Maggie has made a nostalgic feeling among the customers. The consumers start to associate themselves as they are schoolgoers. So there is an emotional connection which is built over here. All this tie the brands to the customers, and it is for the great healthy relationship is being formed and brand loyalty is being increased through this. Now why is this important? Because stronger associations makes a brand much more memorable in the minds of the customers. It helps in building a unique brand image, unique brand identity than the other competitors in the market space. For example, Nike is being linked to athleticism, performance, and just do it. Meaning that Nike, if any of the consumers purchase the Nike products and they wear it, then the consumers have the confidence that they are going to achieve longer and greater success for the longer period of time. They are going to achieve whatever they are choosing to do. This sort of confidence is being instilled in them. The last component over here is other proprietary assets. So here, brand equity models, there are 5 key components. All these points are even important: brand loyalty, brand awareness. MCQ could be asked and one of the points would be eliminated and we have to choose which are the right options, right? So all these are very much important, right? We were in the other proprietary brand assets. Now this include the patents which the companies hold, the brands hold, the trademark and the channel relationship that provide the competitive advantages and the legal protection towards the brand. A brand is having a certain image, a certain logo which will be distinct from the other competitors in the market space. Now why is this important? Because all these assets helps the companies to differentiate their products with the other competitors in the marketplace. This product protect their brand's identity, their brand's image is being protected from the other competitors, and it even secured the market positioning. Right positioning of the consumers are done in the minds of the customers. For example, the iconic McDonald's golden arches are trademarked, making it difficult for the other competitors to replicate the brand's visual identity. None of the competitors can replicate the brand's patent or trademark, golden arches, because it is being the proprietary assets of the McDonald's brand. Now, What are the importance of Aaker's brand equity model? First over here is brand value. It helps to strengthen the brand for the longer period of time. It builds customer relationship, good healthy customer relationship for the customers in between the brand and the customers, and it boosts long term profits for the organization. Next is the strategic use. The model helps the companies to develop strategies to improve their brand identity. Their brand image is being improved. It helps to maintain customer loyalty for a longer period of time, and it capitalize on their brand's perceived quality. What the quality of the products are which is being offered to the customers. So all this shows that brand equity is built through the full customer experience. Customers, whatever the customer experience, whatever the customer needs and preferences are, according to that the goods will be made. Okay, so it shows that brand equity is built through the full customer experience. Whatever the customer is experiencing, according to that only the brand equity models are being developed, from the awareness point towards the loyalty part. Okay, so this was all about today's lecture. Thank you. If you are having any sort of queries, you can comment that down. I would love to answer that. So this was all about today's lecture. Thank you and have a great day. Bye.